Hey friends, this is chandanabawa, Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator from beautiful, sunny, gorgeous California. Oh wow, how I love this place. So, did anything shift for you after receiving the last newsletter? Did you guys use the tools? Thank you for that phenomenal feedback, guys. Some of you wrote to me saying that just using the simple tools that we shared last time did change certain things for you. The beauty of access actually is that you do not have to stand on your feet. You do not have to close your eyes and meditate. You do not have to jump and hop on one foot and chant and say stuff and do stuff out of the ordinary. You just you just have to be, and you just have to run a certain clearing which goes as right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds, which magically shifts whatever energy is stuck and wherever it's stuck. Yeah, so sometimes when people ask me and I tell them how simple it is, they look at me and they say, really, does that even work? And I'm like, well, you know what, it does. Why don't you guys just try it? Just try running that statement and see what shifts for you. Yeah, it's just that simple. In our life, in this reality, we've been told, work hard to achieve something. Sweat and toil is what creates. Hard work is what takes you to where you have to be. You want to be successful, make day and night one. Well, what if all those points of views were just crap? What if you could start to pod and pock every point of view that you bought from the society, from your professors, from your teachers, from your parents, from your siblings, from your spouses? What if you could just go as I pod and pock all those points of views that I bought as real? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And what could you then start to choose? What could you then start to create? A life of ease, a life of fun, a life where you can just choose to create whatever you choose to create without really making it difficult, without really operating from that space of where things have to be difficult. So, I come across a lot of people who are looking for perfection in their life. And they come to me and they say that, everything is just so perfect, but I'm just so unhappy. I just keep looking for happiness. I have all the money on earth. I have a wonderful wife. I have a good business, but I'm just so unhappy. Strange, huh? Very strange, actually, because somewhere that's what you decided. You needed to be happy. So when you get all of that, you realize you're still unhappy. What is that? What is that, my friends? What is that little thing missing? It's just you losing you in the bargain. So what if today you could have all of you? What if today you could just ask for all of you to show up? What if you could just say, hey, who am I? Who and what am I? Who and what could I be if I would choose to be me? And everything that doesn't allow that, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So there is the Suicide Prevention Week coming up on the 9th of September. And I am sure each one of you out there knows somebody, know of somebody who was at that point sometime in their life. And probably it was even you. So what if today you could just reach your hand out to that person and change their life for them by just showing them that there is hope, by just telling them that, hey, it's okay. Most of the time, people who reach that stage of wanting to quit on themselves is because they have judged themselves to such a degree that they have decided that there is nobody worse than them and there is nobody worse than their situation. What if you could just look at them and tell them, hey guys, it's okay. What if that wrongness that you've decided is a wrongness could turn around to be your strongness? Are you willing to have that show up in your life? And everything that doesn't allow that, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and bark, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Did you know, my friends, that judgment is the greatest killer? It's what destroys your life. It's what destroys your relationships. It's what destroys your business, your career, your body, your health. It's that judgment, and it's that addiction to judgment which gets you out of creation. Because every time you create, you think you have to judge it to be right or wrong. So what if you could just have fun with your creations? What if you didn't have to look for perfection? What if you didn't have to judge it to be right or wrong? What if you could just look at it and say, hey, this didn't work for me. And hey, that did work for me. And what different choice can I make here if it did not work for me? Instead of judging it and judging yourself for having made a wrong choice. What if you could just reach out to all those people who are swimming today in the cesspool of judgments and cesspool of wrongness and just tell them, hey, never quit, never give up, never give in. Every time that they want to quit on themselves is when they have decided other people's judgments are greater than them. And every time that they quit on themselves is when they have decided to judge themselves as a wrongness. That's the greatest addiction, my friends. If you can start to come out of that addiction, who and what could you be? How much of gratitude could you have in your lives then? How much happier could you be? How much more joy could you have? I've been there, guys. I've been there where I just judged myself. Oh my God, I judged myself. I judged the situations around me. I judged the people around me as being just too good or just being not good enough. And today, I have just no judgment. And I look at everything around me and say, wow, interesting. Interesting that I would make such a choice. Interesting that other people would choose something that wouldn't work for them. Interesting. What and who could show up that could change all of that? Right? So yes, like we say, questions always empower and answers always disempower. So what if from now on, all those people out there who are in need of help, what if you could be that to them? And what if you could be that to yourself? Just reach out to them and tell them that you are there for them. Sometimes your reaching out to that one person doesn't just save that one person, it saves the full family. It saves the planet. It creates more joy. So the 9th of September being the suicide prevention week, go grab a practitioner somewhere close to your house or a facilitator close by. Ask them to run your bars for them. Ask them to run your bars. Tell them that, hey guy, I want my bars run. Yes, it is free for that week. And if you know of somebody who could benefit from that, take them with you. What if you're being that energy for somebody? What if you're showing them the possibility of a greater reality is all that you need to be, to have them choosing greater for themselves, to have them creating a greater life, and to have them living. And everything that doesn't allow that, can you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, my friends, I'm going to get back to you next week, in a couple of weeks, in fact. And before I leave, I'm going to ask you to play with your judgments and to step out of your judgments. So would you like to run a clearing till then? So all the all the judgments, expectations, projections, limitations, separations, rejections that I have bought as real from this society, from family, from friends, that have me being smaller than who I truly be. I destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Run that clearing on yourselves, guys, and see what changes for you. And I love you all, and I'm going to see you soon. Bye.